Hey everybody, so we're going to do something a little bit different today, and that's because today, this Friday the 13th, marks my 1 year anniversary of making YouTube videos. Now I know what you're thinking. What? It's already been a year? It feels like it's been 5 minutes. I can't believe that it's been a year. And to you I say that you're wrong. It has been a year, and you can go check. You can just go check my first video, The Room, was released a year ago. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm trying to convince you of this so much. It's been 1 year since I started making YouTube videos. And what's more, it's honestly been a way funner time than I ever thought it could be. For one thing, I really like making video essays, as I've discovered. It's super fun for me, and I'm so happy to do it. And then for two, you guys have subscribed to me way more than I ever thought you would. Like, recently I hit 50,000 subscribers, and I did not see that coming in 1 year. And for that, I only have you to thank, because you were the ones who subscribed to me. And I can also thank myself, because I was the one who made the videos. So I'll thank both you and me. Anyway, I thought it might be fun to celebrate the day, to have a little Q&A with you guys. So what we're going to do is, you guys from Twitter supplied the Q's. Me, I'm going to supply the A's with my brains. And I think it'll be a fun time. So let's get started. Going to find some Twitter Q's. Let's start with a good one. So question number 1. Face reveal when? This is my face. I've actually shown my face like 3 or 4 times before. Apparently you're not the die-hard Big Joel fan you think you are. And I expect you to be called out in the comments. Moving on. Just looking for some questions. You guys asked some good ones. I'm just trying to give it a flow. What's your favorite movie musical? Or least favorite? That's fun too. Honestly, I'd have to give my favorite movie musical to Jesus Christ Superstar. I watched that movie all the time as a kid. I think it's awesome. I love Jesus, and I love that movie, and I think it's super, super good. Everything about that movie is something that I like, and if you ever want to make me happy, send me copies, 20 copies of Jesus Christ Superstar. Moving on. More questions, please. Dear Big Joel, what is your favorite vegetable? I must know about this. I need to know. Well, the answer, and it might surprise you, is Brussels sprouts. I like that they're tiny cabbages, and I think they taste really good. And I know that that might sound like a cop-out answer, because onions are sitting right there, peppers are sitting right there, celery is okay. There's all kinds of vegetables out there. But my favorite vegetable is Brussels sprouts. I think they're good. Moving on. Do you get copyright claims on the footage you use? And if yes, do the owners/claimants monetize or block your videos? This was a very pragmatic question, and I appreciated it. Yeah, so many of my videos are blocked or demonetized. None of my videos so far have been blocked such that I'm never able to put them up on YouTube again, but many of my videos are demonetized, which is a shame because what I do is art. And I think that I think I should be allowed to make money from it. But that's okay. I understand why studios think that what I'm doing is like a derivative product. But like the Lorax, like in what universe is what I did with the Lorax not fair use? You know, I don't want to get into a rant like this right now. Okay, that's it. That's it for that question. Moving on. More cues. More cues, please. What's your least favorite video you've made so far? My least favorite video I've made so far is the one that I did about Death Note. Have you seen that video that I did about Death Note? It's like so bad. I started off and I'm like, Death Note is like a video game, and then I don't go like anywhere with it. I'm just like, check that out. That's a pretty cool hot take right there. I used to do that a lot. I would just like come up with like a thesis about a film and then say it and then think that that justified taking up people's time, even when the conclusion just had no bearing on any way that we do anything and it was totally irrelevant and nobody would really care very much. I've tried to stop doing that. I don't even have hot takes now so much as I just say whatever I feel about a work. And it's been a fun change. I think my work's gotten better because I stopped emphasizing the hot takes. Moving on. More cues, please. I'm just going to say that every time. Every time I finish a question, I'm going to say, more cues, please. What made you start doing YouTube? And also, which Shrek character do you relate to on a personal and spiritual level? If I can only have one question, please pick the latter. I'll answer both of your questions because I respect you. What started me doing YouTube was that, basically a year before I started my channel, I started to write a very lengthy video essay about The Room because I envied people who made stuff on YouTube and wanted to do it myself. And so I put so much work into this Room video and procrastinated on it a lot. And finally, in the summer after I graduated college, I decided to make it into a reality and release it to the public. And then after that, I just found out that I really liked making YouTube videos. I think it's a fun thing to do. So that's how I started doing YouTube. Which Shrek character do you relate to on a personal and spiritual level? Shrek. More cues. Cues. What's the best Mario power-up? Okay, I think this answer is going to be kind of controversial, but the best Mario power-up is the wing cap from Super Mario 64. And the reason why that is because it's so weird. Okay, every other Mario power-up in the history of Mario time has been really easy to understand and really easy to use. Most of them just assist you with jumping or give you some kind of projectile that you can just press a button and use. But the wing cap in Super Mario 64, it's so weird. The way the gravity works and how it's fickle and you can't figure out how to use it right and you often find yourself unable to get high again. I'm not saying that I would want all power-ups in Mario to be like that, but I think it's really cool how much attention they paid to making the wing cap in Mario feel like you're flying and feel like it's really, really hard to fly. So that's my favorite Mario power-up. Moving on. That sounded like Ron from Parks and Recreation there. Moving on! Yeah, it's cool. I didn't know I could do that. What hobbies do you have outside of YouTube? Really? Not many. I mostly just watch media and watch things about media. Ooh, I knit with my friend. And then we come back to my house and drink a lot. That's my hobby outside of YouTube. Oh, I also like to make little comics. I like to make cute little comics. Sometimes I post those on Twitter, and that's always a great time. So I have two hobbies, knitting and comics. But I really consider what I do now to be essentially a hobby. I mean, it feels like a mix between a job and a hobby. I consider it a third hobby in lieu of a career. Q, Q, Q. Q, 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 Q. Q, 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 Q. Did you study film formally at all, or are you just a major cinephile? Also, what is your age? I'm 22. That's my age. Did I study film formally at all? No, I really didn't. I was an English major in college, and I never wanted to take film theory classes for some reason. I just had an aversion to the practice. And then as far as being a major cinephile is concerned, I don't know how major of a cinephile I really am. I do like movies, and I like artsy movies as much as not artsy things. But I wouldn't call myself a buff. I don't know. You could be oh, have you seen the works of Madoob? That's with 12 O's. Madoob, have you seen the works of Madoob? And I would have to say, no, I haven't. Because I have a really small film vocabulary when it comes to foreign films. Because I don't like to read. I do not like to read. Don't like to read. It's not fun for me. Moving that queue until I find you. Hey Big Joel, what do you think is the most important purpose of film critique? That's a big question right there. That is a big old question. I don't know the answer to that question. I mean, everybody would have to come up with a different reason why they like film critique. I don't know if there is one monolithic reason why people should make pieces of criticism about movies. I'll just tell you about me. For me, paying attention closely to a work of art is fun in itself. It doesn't really need to have a purpose. I think it's just a good time. Like, it's kind of asking, like, what's the purpose of having fun with your friends? I don't know. To talk about farts and stuff. There's no reason why you like to do that, except that it's a good time. That said, I do think that a really good piece of film or media criticism should be disruptive in some way, should challenge what people think of when they think about that work, and problematize some of the assumptions they make, not just about the work in itself, but also about their relationship to media in general, and maybe even their relationship to society. And I know that sounds really arrogant, like, oh, film critique can do all those things, but I truly believe it can. And also, it's just more fun that way. It's more fun when you feel like you're not just watching a video about the Lorax, you're also trying to learn. You realize that learning about the Lorax is also learning about a bunch of other stuff, and maybe about the nature of how things work a little bit. I don't know. That was a very rambling and poor answer, and I'm sorry about that. Moving that question train on. Don't know when I'll find you. Don't know where it's gone. Trying to love you every day. Do you want to say? Okay, last question. If you had to pick your favorite Pixar sequel, which would it be? Toy Story 2. This isn't a conversation. Of course Toy Story 2 is the best Pixar sequel. I don't even think any other Pixar sequel's worth I don't think they're good. I said this before and I'll say it again. Pixar sequels are bad except for Toy Story 2, and I think Toy Story 3 was just okay, and I'm disappointed they're making Toy Story 4, and every other Toy Story sequel's been pretty bad as far as I'm concerned. And you can like them, but if you like them, don't talk to me about it because I don't like them, and I don't like hearing things I disagree with. So, that was the last question. Thank you so much for writing in these questions. It was a lot of fun to answer them. And also thank you for subscribing in such high numbers. I honestly feel floored every day by the number of people who respond to my work, and it feels very good, and I appreciate it very much. So that's it. I'm not going to say like, comment, and subscribe, because you already have. And, yeah. I'll see you next time. Bye.